Okay, Leo, quick question. No thinking, just answer.
Oh, that already sounds dangerous.
What do you like to do?
Wait, why is my brain completely empty right now?
There it is.
I have a life, I have things I enjoy, so why can't I say them?
And if you're listening right now, if your mind just went a little quiet when you heard that question, welcome. You are exactly where you need to be.
Hello and welcome back to Mr. English Daily, your favorite place to grow your English through real, natural conversation.
I'm Luna.
And I'm Leo.
And today we are giving one simple question the full episode.
6 words, completely ordinary, totally terrifying.
What do you like to do?
Before you say, I watch Netflix and consider the question finished,
We see you.
we love you,
And we're asking you to stay with us a little longer today.
because this question is not just about hobbies. It's about who you are, how you rest, what makes you feel like yourself again after a long, heavy day.
And for English learners, knowing how to answer this question naturally with real detail and real warmth is one of the most useful skills you can build.
This is a B1 to B2 level episode. The English stays clear and natural throughout. You'll hear real conversation, useful vocabulary, and phrases you can actually use.
Not just, I like music.
Not just, I watch TV.
The emergency answers.
The panic answers.
The answers our brains produce when they've quietly left the room.
By the end of today, you'll have better language and maybe a better answer too.
Let's get into it. Okay, Leo, let's start with the real question. Why does what do you like to do make so many people suddenly go silent?
I think it's because the question looks small but carries a lot inside it.
What do you mean?
On the surface, it sounds casual, very light, very friendly, but underneath, it's quietly asking, who are you? Are you creative? Are you social? Are you someone who needs quiet or someone who needs movement?
It's a personality question wearing casual clothes.
Exactly. And nobody warned us, so most people give the safest, smallest answer possible.
I like movies.
I don't know, just relaxing.
Not much, really.
Not much really is where conversations go to sleep.
Poor conversation. It tried its best.
It really did, but I understand it. When you're answering in English, especially if it's not your first language, you're already thinking about the words, the grammar, whether you sound natural. And now you also have to sound interesting and honest at the same time. That's a lot happening at once.
And some people also carry a lot of modesty about themselves.
Modesty. Let's explain that one. Modesty means you don't like to draw too much attention to yourself or your talents. A modest person avoids sounding boastful, even when you genuinely have something worth sharing.
So someone might make the most beautiful handmade jewelry and say, oh, I just do it sometimes, it's nothing serious, while the jewelry is sitting there looking like it belongs in a shop window.
The jewelry is doing a lot of work. The person is giving it zero credit.
Modesty is lovely, but sometimes it shrinks our answers too much.
Talking about what you enjoy is not showing off. It's just letting someone see a small, real part of you.
And when you do that, people can actually connect with you.
So today, we want to move from short answers to real answers. Not longer for the sake of it, just warmer, more human.
Instead of saying, I like music, you say, I love listening to music in the evening. It's the first thing I do when I get home. Something slow, something soft. It helps me switch off completely.
Same topic, totally different feeling. One sounds like a form, the other sounds like a person.
Much less like a robot filling in a box.
Much, much less. And Leo, this makes me think of something. When people answer this question, they usually talk about things they do most often, their habits.
But a habit isn't always the same as a hobby.
Exactly. And I want to ask you something slightly uncomfortable.
Oh, that tone worries me a little. Do you think everything we do in our free time is actually something we enjoy?
If I'm really honest with myself, no, not always.
Same, because sometimes I say I'm relaxing, but what I'm actually doing is lying on the sofa scrolling through short videos I didn't even choose. The app chose them for me.
The algorithm said, here, you need to watch a dog riding a small bicycle.
And maybe I did need that, but 20 minutes later I feel hollow, not rested, not happy, just like time passed.
And I think that's the real difference between a habit and a genuine hobby. A real hobby gives you something back, energy, calm, a feeling that you made something or felt something or went somewhere inside yourself.
A habit just fills space. You're going through the motions.
Going through the motions. Let's slow down there. What does that mean?
When you go through the motions, you're doing the action, but your heart isn't really in it. Your body is present, your attention is somewhere else entirely. You're moving mechanically without real feeling.
Like going to the gym and touching two machines, looking around, checking your phone, and leaving.
Leo, that is very specific.
I have seen things. I have witnessed things at gyms, Luna.
Or sitting with a book but reading the same sentence 4 times because your mind has floated off somewhere else completely.
So when someone asks, what do you like to do? Maybe the better question underneath it is, what makes me feel better afterwards?
Because if you spend an hour drawing or walking or cooking or talking with someone you love and afterwards you feel lighter, then that thing truly matters to you.
Walking does that for me. Not always. Some days it's just getting from one place to another. But when I walk slowly with no destination, just to think, something shifts.
Cooking can do that too for me. When I have time and I'm making something slowly with music in the background, it stops feeling like a task. It becomes something closer to an experience.
And that's the point. A real hobby doesn't have to be impressive. It just has to make you feel connected to yourself. That is the only requirement.
Can I share something personal?
Always.
When I was younger, I used to sketch a lot. Not for school, not for anyone, just for myself. Little faces, flowers, small characters in the corners of my notebooks. I could sit for hours and completely lose track of time.
That sounds very you.
It was. And then, slowly, life got busier, studies became serious, then responsibilities arrived, then everything felt urgent all the time. And somewhere in all of that, I stopped sketching. Not because I decided to stop, I just drifted away from it.
Drifted away. That's a beautiful phrase, and a little sad. What does it mean exactly?
When you drift away from something, you slowly lose your connection to it over time. Not suddenly, not because of one big moment. It just happens quietly, little by little, like a small boat moving away from the shore without anyone steering it.
I think so many people have that. A sport they once loved, a craft, a place they used to go, a version of themselves that just got quieter as life got louder.
Adult life arrives carrying a very heavy bag. Work, bills, family, deadlines, remembering passwords.
Remembering passwords is essentially a full-time job now.
A terrible, thankless job. But when life fills up like that, the first things we let go are usually the things that made us feel most alive, because they don't feel urgent.
Work is urgent, bills are urgent, food is urgent. But painting, reading for pleasure, going for a slow walk, those feel optional. And optional becomes later, and later quietly becomes never.
So when someone asks, what do you like to do, and a person goes quiet, they are not boring. They are tired, or they simply haven't asked themselves that question in a very long time.
They are not boring. They are tired. I want our listeners to really sit with that.
So maybe today is a small, gentle reminder. Think about the things you drifted away from. Maybe one of them is still waiting for you.
Maybe your old hobby is sitting there, thinking, hello, I've been here the whole time. Where did you go?
With a small cup of tea, waiting very patiently.
Very patient hobby. Very understanding.
Okay, let's talk about something connected. Sometimes the things we loved as children are small clues about who we still are.
Childhood hobbies as clues. I like that idea.
And that word childhood already carries a certain warmth, doesn't it?
It does. Something a little nostalgic.
Nostalgic. Let's explain that one. Nostalgic is the feeling you get when you think about the past. Happy memories, old songs, places you haven't been in years. It's warm and a little tender at the same time.
Like hearing an old song and suddenly you're 11 years old again.
1 second you're a responsible adult paying bills, the next second you want cartoons and a bowl of cereal.
That happens so fast. So, Luna, what did you love doing as a child?
Reading. No hesitation at all.
None?
Zero hesitation. Books, stories, made-up worlds. I was an avid reader.
Avid? Say more about that word.
Avid means very enthusiastic and passionate about something. An avid reader doesn't just read occasionally. Reading is a real, regular, important part of their life. You can say avid reader, avid traveler, avid cook.
So it means more than just I like it sometimes.
Much more. It means this thing is genuinely part of who I am. And I was definitely that child reading under the blanket with a small torch after everyone went to sleep.
Committing very serious crimes against bedtime.
A tiny rebel. But I think stories still shape everything about who I am now. The love of conversations, films, podcasts, hearing how people see the world. It all started under that blanket.
What about me?
Football, I'm guessing.
How did you know?
Lucky guess.
Every day after school, rain, heat, mud, completely unsuitable shoes, none of it mattered.
A shoe.
We were very serious players working with very limited equipment. But what I remember most isn't even the game. It's the feeling of running until everything got dark, hearing someone's mom calling from far away, and everyone pretending they couldn't hear because nobody wanted to stop.
That is such a perfect childhood memory, and I think it tells you something about who you are now, why you still need to be outside, why you need space and movement to feel right. That child is still somewhere inside you.
I think you're completely right. And I think for our listeners, if you're not sure what you enjoy now, look back. Ask yourself, what did I love before I cared what anyone thought? What made me completely lose track of time?
Maybe the hobby doesn't need to restart exactly as it was, but it tells you something true. If you loved building things, maybe creating still matters to you. If you love stories, maybe imagination is still important. Childhood hobbies are small clues from the person you were before life got too noisy.
Okay, from the past to the present and the future.
Smooth, Leo.
Thank you. What's one thing you've always wanted to try but keep putting off?
Pottery.
That came out fast.
Because I've thought about it many times. I want to sit at a pottery wheel with clay in my hands and make a bowl that is probably not straight at all.
A bowl with character.
A bowl that says, I tried and I showed up.
But you said putting off. Let's explain that phrase.
To put something off means to delay it. You want to do it, you intend to do it, but you keep saying later, next week, maybe next month, and it never quite happens.
I keep putting pottery off. I look at classes online, I get very close to booking, and then I close the page and tell myself I'll do it when things slow down a little.
And then things never slow down.
They really don't. What about you, Leo? Running. Properly running. I mean, I can move quickly when I have to, let's say that.
Moving quickly when necessary is not the same as running, Leo.
It is not. I want to learn the real technique, the breathing, the pace, the rhythm. Some people run and look completely effortless. I run like I'm having an argument with the ground.
The ground is winning.
The ground is always winning, but I want to get into it properly this year.
Get into something. That's a lovely phrase. To get into something means to start becoming genuinely interested in an activity and begin taking it seriously. Your interest is growing and you're giving it real attention.
So you could say, I recently got into painting, or I want to get into running this year.
Already sounds so much better than, I keep meaning to try it one day.
And I think starting something new as an adult takes a quiet kind of courage because you have to be a beginner again. You have to not know what you're doing. You have to be bad at something in front of yourself.
And as adults, we like knowing what we're doing. We like feeling competent. A new hobby says, hello, you're a beginner again. Welcome back to not knowing things.
And your ego says, I don't enjoy this room. I would like to leave immediately.
But there is something genuinely beautiful about doing something just because it lights you up.
Lights you up? Explain that one.
When something lights you up, it gives you energy and real excitement. You can almost see it happen to a person. Their face changes, their voice gets warmer, their eyes look more alive. Something switches on inside them.
Like you just now talking about pottery. Your whole voice changed, Luna.
That is very dramatic, Leo.
But it's true. And that kind of answer, that's what people actually enjoy hearing. Not a perfect answer, a real one. The answer that lights you up. Okay, let's make this practical because this question will come up in real life, at work, in class, at a social event.
On a first date, if both people survive the opening 5 minutes.
Very important situation. So here's a simple structure that helps. Activity, then reason, then one small detail or feeling.
So instead of I like reading, you say I love reading mystery stories because I enjoy figuring out what happened before the ending reveals it.
And instead of I like walking, you say I go for evening walks because it helps me decompress after a long day.
Decompress is such a useful word. What does it mean?
To decompress means to slowly release stress and tension after a busy or difficult time. Your mind has been tight all day, holding everything together, and then slowly it loosens. It breathes again.
So you can say, I need time to decompress after work, or music helps me decompress in the evenings. Very natural, very honest.
And here are some other phrases that make your English sound genuinely natural. I'm really into, meaning this is something I'm genuinely interested in right now.
I've recently dot into, meaning I started this not long ago and I'm enjoying it more and more.
I find it really relaxing, or it helps me clear my head.
I prefer doing it alone, or I enjoy it more with people around.
Simple phrases, but they give your answer shape. They give it warmth. They make the person listening feel like they're getting something real from you.
And remember, you do not need an impressive hobby. You don't need to say, in my free time, I learned 3 languages and grow my own vegetables.
Someone out there does exactly that. I deeply respect them.
But your answer can be quiet. Maybe you like morning tea before anyone else wakes up. Maybe you like reorganizing your bookshelf. Maybe you like old films that make you laugh without having to think.
If it's honest, it's interesting, because good conversation is not about sounding impressive, it's about sounding real.
So next time someone asks, don't panic. Don't let your brain quietly walk out of the room.
Bring it back gently.
Choose one activity, say why you like it, add one small detail. That's enough.
That is more than enough.
All right, let's go into the word tour.
Let's go into the word tour.
First word, modesty, or the adjective modest.
Modesty means you don't want to draw too much attention to yourself, your talents, or your achievements. A modest person doesn't like to sound boastful even when they genuinely deserve credit.
You can say, she's an incredible cook, but she's very modest about it. Or his modesty makes him easy to talk to because he never shows off.
Modesty is a wonderful quality, but sometimes it makes our answers too small. Let's repeat it.
Modesty.
Modesty. Next, go through the motions.
When you go through the motions, you're doing the action, but without real feeling or attention. Your body is present, your heart is somewhere else entirely.
You can say, I was so exhausted at work today that I was just going through the motions. Or she still goes to her dance class, but she's only going through the motions now.
Going through the motions means the action is happening, but the real you isn't really there. Let's repeat it.
Go through the motions.
Go through the motions. Next, drift away.
When you drift away from something, you slowly lose your connection to it over time. Not suddenly, just quietly, little by little.
You can say, he drifted away from painting after his life got busier, or old friendships sometimes drift away when people move to different cities.
Drift away is gentle. It's not one big goodbye. It just happens slowly without anyone deciding. Let's repeat it.
Drift away.
Drift away. Next, avid.
Avid means very enthusiastic or passionate about something. We usually put it before a noun. Avid reader, avid traveler, avid cook.
You can say she's an avid reader. She reads every single night. Or he's an avid football fan. He watches every match without fail.
Avid means this thing is not just something you like, it's a real part of your life. Let's repeat it.
Avid.
Avid. Next, put something off.
To put something off means to delay doing something even though you want to do it or know you should.
You can say, I keep putting off calling the dentist, or she put off starting her course for almost 6 months.
Put something off is the official English phrase for I'll do it later, said many, many times. Let's repeat it.
Put something off.
Put something off. Next, get into something.
To get into something means to start becoming genuinely interested in it and begin doing it more seriously.
You can say, I recently got into baking, or he wants to get into photography this year.
Get into something means your interest is growing. It's moving from maybe one day to I actually want to do this. Let's repeat it.
Get into something.
Get into something. Next, light someone up.
When something lights you up, it fills you with energy and excitement. You can often see it happening in a person's face, eyes, and voice.
You can say, talking about travel really lights her up. Or, his face lights up completely whenever he talks about his children.
When something lights you up, the people around you can see it without you saying a word. Let's repeat it.
Light someone up.
Light someone up. Next, decompress.
To decompress means to slowly release stress and tension after a busy or difficult time. Your mind finally gets room to breathe again.
You can say, I need about an hour to decompress after work, or long walks help me decompress in the evenings.
Decompress is that feeling your body and mind send you. Move, change something, go somewhere. Let's repeat it.
Decompress.
Decompress. And our final word today, restless.
Restless means unable to relax because you need movement, change, or something different. There's an energy inside you that can't sit still.
You can say, I feel restless if I stay indoors all day. Or, she felt restless in her old job and knew she needed something new.
Restless is that feeling your body and mind send you. Move, change something, go somewhere. Let's repeat it.
Restless.
Restless.
And that is the end of today's word tour. 8 powerful expressions, all from one real conversation. You didn't just study today, you listened to language living and breathing.
Now it is your turn. Tell us in the comments, what do you like to do? Try using one of today's phrases. I'm really into, or I recently got into, or it helps me decompress. We would genuinely love to read your answer.
And if this episode helped your English or reminded you of something you drifted away from, share it with one person who might need it today.
Take care of your English.
And take care of yourself. This is Luna.
And this is Leo.
And you've been listening to Mr. English Daily. See you in the next one.